So it says that I am live, and this is really just going to be a quick impromptu type of situation here. As most of you know, I'm in college and I am going to school for public relations. It's a job that, you know, requires that businesses require, and I I like to talk and discuss things. I like to try and put a spin on things. I like to try and make things seem more positive, more negative, just depending on what my opinion of those topics are. I'm not ashamed to admit to doing that, not at all. However, today in my when I went to respond to my discussion question for this week in my class, I don't know why it just kind of aggravated me. And I think it's the wording of the question is that they want us to boil down and discuss the actual topics, and that's fine. But they touched on a subject that's always been one of an issue for me. Now, I would not classify myself as a celebrity at all, and I don't even think doing this would classify me as would classify me as a celebrity. But for some reason, well, now it doesn't want to share it, so I might have to load up my Facebook page to do it. Let's try that again. Trying to share an image, and I don't want to make my whole. I don't want to share my whole screen, but yeah, all right. Anyways, I'm going to read to you my discussion question that I took a screen capture of and shared it on my Facebook page. And come on. I'm going to pull up my. What the here? Okay, that should be good enough. Screen share. There we go. Okay, so as you can see here, discussion question 7-1 is celebrities and causes. The use of the use of celebrities to sell products is nothing new. However, there is a trend for entertainers to be more active in political issues. Agreed. A recent example is the number of stars for or against the war in Iraq. The questions are: do you think celebrities should use their public appeal to endorse candidates or causes? And do you think celebrity endorsements really persuade the public or are merely a focus? And that's how it should be worded, or are merely focus immediate attention on the cause, or are two, something like that. Anyways, and then provide a current example. And I provided I covered the ASPCA commercials with Sarah McLaughlin, the Wounded Warrior projects with commercials with Trace Atkins. I talked about Russell Wilson and his charity cause up here with Seattle Children's, to name a few. And ultimately, it comes down now. I use Russell Wilson as an example of how I think, and I didn't really word it properly. I might go in and edit it now that I think about it. I didn't word it as properly as I should have. I look at his example as a little bit more in tune with what I think celebrities should be doing. I don't think he entirely does it quite right, but at the same time, I think his heart's in the right place. So let me get off of this for a second. Um, like I said, I think Russell's heart is in the right place. I know he believes in what he's doing, and that's fine. There's just there's certain times where I think things don't need to be advertised to the public that you are actually doing this. That as a celebrity, you don't need to make it known that you are supporting this cause or that cause. Um, and that's kind of where I went in this. Is it really was a rant on my post? Should celebrities be using their? And I broke it down this way. The two questions are the easiest to hardest to answer. The easiest answer is, should celebrities use their status their public appeal to endorse candidates or causes? Yes. Freedom of speech dictates that they should be doing that. They should be endorsing who they believe is the best candidate or what causes are nearest and dear to them, and I am 100% okay with that. My problem is I don't think that it's really effective. My problem is that I don't think that they are doing it in a way that is beneficial to the cause. I don't think they're doing it in a way that is beneficial to anyone, and here's why. The ASPCA commercials with Sarah McLachlan or the Wounded Warrior projects, they are probably the worst commercials I could ever watch, in my opinion, and this is all just my opinion, that I have no facts to support it. This is just me expressing my opinion on the topic, and they don't make me want to support these charities. Never mind any negative press that they have, any negative issues that have come about because of these mainstream charities. But I think that if I'm going to endorse a charity or if I'm going to donate time or money to something, it should be at a local level. Now, yes, these national campaigns can help get money for things that the local funds can't support. That's fine. That's great. But if I'm already supporting the local, why should I be coerced basically into trying to support the national? And what do I mean by coerced? The ASPCA commercial is designed to tug at your heartstrings. It is designed to manipulate you to fork over your money. You see all the poor animals in cages and little infographics showing how that they'll be euthanized if they don't get adopted and all this other stuff. And it's like, and unfortunately to say, it's sad this happens, but unfortunately, it has to be a fact of life because not everybody can afford to have a pet. Not everybody can afford to have multiple pets. Not everybody can take in a wild, for lack of a better phrase, a wild animal. Animals that have been out on the street, have been left to care for themselves, fend for themselves, are going to be hard to domesticate again. It's just a simple common sense knowledge thing, but it is what it is. Like I said, this is just an impromptu, a quick rant about how this discussion question is just really it's a it's important to the discussion, it's important to the discourse. But of all the answers that I have read, none of them none of the people seem to think the way that I do, and I just like I said in my statement, I'm probably one in a small group that just if a celebrity endorses something, I don't care. I just don't care. I've never been a fan of Air Jordans because I could never afford Air Jordans. I've never been a true fan of much of anything that a celebrity does. You know, probably the most celebrity thing that I've got in my possession is a cutting board, which I can't even find the knife for it now. I think I still have the knife for it, but it was part of a set that was endorsed by Emeril Lagasse. We might have a few like pots and pans from like Rachel Ray, Paula Deen, the Pioneer Woman, those types of things. Sure, you might have those, but their endorsement of the celebrity isn't what got me to buy it. It's because I wanted to buy those things. Yes, there might be some subconscious subliminal thing, but most of these products, I've never personally seen a commercial for nor wanted to buy. For example, my Emerald Lagasse cutting board and knife. Those were a Christmas gift for me. The Pioneer Woman griddle that we have, the countertop griddle and flat pan. That we like those types of equipment, so that's why we have them. I mean, it is what it is. I don't expect much in the way of I just don't expect much in the way of getting my point across to much of anybody, but we ha when you bring celebrities into a cause, into the political sphere, they need to be just as tactical about how they're placing their endorsement as anybody else does, whether they're for or against a candidate. So, it is what it is. I just like I said, quick rant. I'm not even recording the audio side of this for future. It's just needed to vent. All right, have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow on Jared's weekly Veterans Talk, and also, at least in the chat room, on Sci Movie Night.